So hello everyone, welcome to tonight's Zoom meeting. And I thought what we would do tonight is get some leaders and wellness advocates from around Australia to share their testimonials or experiences with our Lifelong Vitality Pack, because as you all know, or many of you all know, at convention they released that the Lifelong Vitality Pack would be available in Australia from the 3rd of April. It's now TGA approved, it's manufactured here in Australia, and we're super excited to have it on the ground. It's $115 wholesale for all 3 bottles, which will last you for a whole month. And that is just so much cheaper than any kind of therapeutic range you could get from a health food store or naturopath in Australia. And for me, these supplements are just unparalleled with how incredible they are. So I would love to hear from some different people about what a difference this has made in their life. And so I'm just going to go and unmute people as it comes across. So first of all, I'm going to unmute Shane Dice's account, which is actually her husband, Graham, that's going to share his testimonial with us. So hello there, how are you?
Hi Jessie, very well, thank you. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. So let's hear about how LLV has been supporting you.
I started taking LLV probably about 7-8 months ago. Regularly every morning, first thing I do when I wake up with my cup of ginger and lemon tea. And I found that it has given me the ability to remain focused, clear thinking, not get too flustered at work, and be able to go to gym and Pilates 4 times a week and still put in a 14-hour day.
Awesome. Still put in a 14-hour day.
Very, very healthy and strong on it.
Awesome. Very good. Is there anything else you want to share? We're probably just going to leave it to a minute or so and then change to the next person.
No, just
awesome.
Have it, enjoy it, feel good on it, and have the benefits of it every day.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That's brilliant. I'm going to mute you again and we'll move on to, I think, Leah. Thanks so much for jumping on this call, Graham. Leah.
Hello.
Hey, Leah.
Hi. I have been taking Lifelong Vitality on and off, admittedly, for about a year now. And I absolutely noticed that when I am taking the Lifelong Vitality, I feel like I have a lot more strength and stamina in my day-to-day life, but particularly going to the gym and exercising, I feel like I can do more and keep up. I also noticed that I have more control over my weight, and I think that's because I'm eating really healthy and I'm not binging out on sugary processed foods to get an energy hit, because I don't need the energy hit. I've also noticed that I'm a lot clearer in the mind and more calm in the mind as well. Which has been awesome. And now that it's available in Australia, I'll be making sure that I take it regularly. Probably the only reason why I wasn't doing that before was because it wasn't in America and I'd forget to order or something like that. So totally stoked that it's in Australia now.
Me too. I have been a little bit the same, I have to admit, because it's in America. You know, I do a US order maybe every 4 months. And I have been slack with taking it on and off. But yeah, like you, when I do take it. And that's probably also been kind of good in a way up until this point, because I can see the massive difference between when I do take it and when I don't. And now that I have seen that difference, I'm just going to make that commitment to consistency. Another thing for me is like sabotage. So if I'm doing something that's good for my health and noticing the difference, then I will just suddenly decide to sabotage my life for no good reason at all, and like stop taking it. So I'm definitely going to cut that out and just make that commitment to go on it every single day, make it a habit, put it beside the fridge. One of my other tips is getting like those pill packets that you can get from the chemist, the pill boxes, so you can have it in your purse if you're traveling or doing Diamond Club or traveling for business, or like I'm always on the road for business trainings or leadership or convention or whatever. And if they're in those pill boxes with your daily like amount that you need, it's just a lot easier to remember to take them. So I think having that consistency and commitment to it makes a massive, massive difference. So yeah, anything else you want to share, Leah?
Skin and hair feels a lot healthier and shinier, brighter. But yeah, I just feel better, more clear, more energized and stronger.
Awesome. Thanks, Leah. I'm going to mute you. It says we've got Julie M on here, so I'm going to unmute that. Julie, if you're there.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, no, I've been using it for about 6 months. I've noticed more hair growth. I'm actually doing a diploma, so I've noticed more focus, and I'm actually more committed, if that makes sense. But I also mix it with the DDR Prime, so that also helps me as well.
Awesome. All right, cool. Thanks, Julie. I'll unmute Maria now. Maria, if you're there and you're not upside down, let's get you on.
Oh, new laptops, don't you love technology?
That was hilarious.
I've been taking the Lifelong Vitality for probably about 6 to 8 months, something like that. I started off taking half a dose because I'm a cheapskate and it was costing me too much money. And it certainly gave a good effect. I was feeling a lot clearer mentally. My mental clarity was a lot better. My brain fog was lifted. It kind of lifted a fog. I've since gone on to a full dose because I've realized just how good it is.
Yeah.
Plus it's coming from Australia, so I'm hoping that to improve even further. And just helping me juggle working 4 days a week, 2 kids, trying to do a doTERRA business and everything else. I've just found it's helped me with the energy and stuff like that. And whether it's the oils or whether it's the LLV, I don't know, but I'm very, very rarely getting sick these days too. So I think it's probably supporting my immune system too. And yeah, just general overall well-being. It's just improved everything really.
That is awesome. So for me, one thing I found when I started taking LLV, that initially I actually felt worse for a brief period of time. So I just want to let people know in case they do find that, because your body can have a bit of a detox response. So some of you may not have experienced that, but for me, I did get some headaches and felt quite tired for the first few days of taking it. So I started taking just 1 of each a day and then went up to the 2 and just had a break of like 1 or 2 days just to let my body kind of detox and reset. But I have had a lot of health problems and also a lot of heavy metal and different toxicity. So some people may not get any kind of negative effects when they start taking it, but just know that you can go down to 1 of each morning and night, or even just have a day or 2 break and then go back onto 1 and then go back up to 2 a day, and that might make a big difference with that. But yeah, some people will experience that. But thank you for sharing that, Maria. That's awesome. We'll jump on to Megan Limpus. I'll unmute you.
Hi guys, how are we going?
Hey, Meg.
For me, I think you really were talking about it so much, so I thought, oh, I'll do an American order and I'll give it a go. And at that stage, I was and still am a health coach, but I didn't have any clients because I was so embarrassed because I had head to toe with eczema. And it was affecting my everyday life. I couldn't sleep. I was desperate. I didn't want to take any steroid creams. I didn't really want any medication. I wanted to do it all naturally, and I tried the oils, and that's the only thing that I can actually say that it really, really didn't massively help me for. It gave me relief, but it just wasn't assisting majorly with the eczema until that box from America showed up. I took it for probably about a good week with a few side effects like Jess, a few headaches and things, and I'm thinking, oh, hopefully this is worth it. And probably about 2 to 3 weeks later, I just found my eczema completely eased. And now if I go without it, I find my rash actually had once come back when I skipped it for a couple of months. So that LLV for me has been an absolute game changer, because even Jess will tell you a few times that, you know, when I was really, really suffering with eczema really, really badly, I was desperate. And I just really, complete game changer. It cleared my skin up. Obviously my gut health was better. And I'm so excited that it's coming to Australia. I'm really, really excited. And another really, really quick story was with one of my really good friends that I've been working with. She has suffered from a lot of weight issues all her life. And the only thing that we really did different in the last probably 2 months is she actually started on LLB. And she just texted me today when I was coming home from a very long trip, and I'd never been so happy for someone. She just hit 99 kilos. She's lost about 15 kilos. So,
wow.
And I believe that this particular product has made a huge difference because she could not lose weight at all. So I'm so excited about being in Australia, because it's just for business wise, it's going to be amazing too. So Make sure you get it, everyone. You'll be a huge, just everything, energy, the whole lot. I really, really love it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Meg. Sorry, I was moving rooms. I had to plug my computer and it was almost going flat. Thanks, Megs. Super awesome. Michelle Ragg, I'm going to unmute you, mate.
How you going, lovely?
Good. Just shutting the door so the TV's not too noisy. Go for it, mate.
How you going, love? Thanks for having me on.
No worries. I'm good.
So I've been taking... What's that, love?
Bloody disorganised as per usual.
It's all right, mate. We're all a bit like that.
Yeah.
I've been taking Long Life Vitality ever since it was released. So I came across it, thought it was absolutely fabulous. Love some of the key pointers that they had in there. The most important one for me was it was non-GMO. So a lot of people don't realise that other multivits they'll take are still genetically modified, and when they're genetically modified, you really don't know how they're actually working with your system or whether they're working at all. So it's a lot like our oils. If you go back to the original botanical that hasn't been messed around with, you're going to get the best results from it. But when I started taking Long Life Vitality, was still when I was quite on my earlier journey of recovering from spinal surgery and also PTSD and all the other beautiful stuff that comes along with that. So I actually found that Long Life Vitality not only helped my body be able to heal and strengthen as I started to walk better and you know, be able to move better, but also for my mental health as well. You know, like it really, really helped with my panic attacks. And really managed to stabilise my daily moods and my confidence. And I have a tendency to think of it this way. You can't expect to drive a car without fuel. So how can you expect to go on a healing and wellness journey when you don't have enough cellular nutrition to support that journey? So for someone like myself who'd been through the trauma of surgery and relearning how to walk and the chronic nerve pain and recovering from all that, as well as all the, you know, clinical depression, PTSD and everything else that they love to slap on you, I really needed the cellular nutrition to move and walk through that. And I'm still on it now, and I'm still on a full dose. And it must be the thing. I've also started like rehab Pilates. Woo!
Well done.
But I have, Pilates is in, man.
Yeah, everyone's doing Pilates. It's the trend. It's
mate, it is
incredible stuff. My guns again. Check
out. Check out these beef masters. Look at the muscles that's got them in there. No, but I've really actually right now, instead of decreasing my dose, I've actually kept it on the even keel because I am physically reconnecting with all my muscle structures, because if you don't use them for the certain, like I wasn't able to use most of mine for 6 years and I've relearned how to walk twice over. So a lot of my muscles had a bit of atrophy and had stiffened and weakened. So I'm only reconnecting with those now, and that's 3 years down the track. And I'm telling you, it's a hard work, and I'm really, really thankful that they finally have the Long Life Vitality in Australia. Mind you, I've been ordering it every month since it came, and it comes from the States with a few of the other tablets that I take, like Mito 2 Max and so forth. But I'm excited because everyone that I come across that has any kind of hardship in life, and at the moment, life is life, man. It's stressful. Everyone should be looking at taking care of their cells first, because we are cellular beings and everything begins with us as cellular. So take care of the base, work your way up. So yeah, that's pretty much my story for Long Life Vitality.
Yeah, I love Meg's. Have you noticed that Michelle calls it, what do you call it, Meg? Michelle?
What's that?
Vitality. It's lifelong vitality. My friend Megs does that as well. She like mixes words.
What do I call it?
Long Life Vitality. It's cute.
Long Life Vitality, LLV. Isn't that what it is?
It's lifelong vitality.
Oh, I flipped the words. Oh yeah, dyslexia. Good on ya. It's also good for dyslexics, man. Mental confusion, brain fog. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. So I have found that with lifelong vitality as well, that my moods definitely significantly stabilize. And I have a lot less of the really low lows when I'm taking the supplement properly. So that for me is massive. And also the brain fog, I actually find it easy to stay on task. So being on the spectrum, a lot of us are also quite prone to ADHD and doing, too many tabs open at once in the brain kind of thing. And I find that when I do take it, I'm just more focused, I'm clear, I'm present. And yeah, I have a lot less of those low moods, which is really, really beneficial as well. So thanks for sharing that, Michelle. I'm going to unmute Nat Martin now. Well, cheers, Michelle. Nat.
Hi.
Hello.
I've probably been taking the LLV myself, like yourself and Leah, probably a bit sporadically, so not getting quite the full effects, I think, of it. But I definitely find for myself that my skin's clearer, even the energy, even with just the LLV. I also kind of have taken Mito 2 Max on and off, but not all the time. But clearer skin, just that brain fog's not so bad. Moods, I'm not as up and down as much when I take it properly either, so it's definitely helping just in general, really. I also really wanted to share about my 16-year-old son. So he, like most teenagers, has had quite bad acne on his face. It's kind of, I was getting to a point where I was thinking, what can we do? He uses HD Clear and sometimes tea tree, and washes his face with HD Clear and stuff too. But I was getting to a point where I just thought, what else should we be doing? Like, try and tell him that he should be eating as well as he can, but he's 16, so he still eats what he wants and likes white bread, or likes bread more than he should have. So I was actually at a class and someone was talking about antibiotics, and I thought, maybe I should look into that. And I really never wanted to, because my husband was on antibiotics for acne for 5 years and they didn't take him off it. And his immunity has been shot to pieces since, for probably 7 years. It's been awful. So I really didn't want to go down there. And I was driving home and I thought, I want to put him on the LLV and see what he thinks. And so we started it straight away. I didn't have much left because I was kind of just taking it myself at that time. And we had about a week's dose left. And after a week, he would come out to me and he said, "Mum, look at my skin. It's amazing." He was so amazed, and the confidence level, he's a fairly confident kid, but the confidence level just went up so much more when he's that comes with acne. You'd know that too, Jessie.
Yep.
So that, it's just, his skin has been a lot clearer when he's on it. So, and I think his energy too with studying, he's doing year 12. So it's really helped him. I mean, actually, just thinking about that now, he actually is really focused this semester, and last year was not. So I think that probably has a lot to do with that as well. But I just really thought I would share his story. And we've, went off it for a week while we were waiting for more, and his skin kind of broke out again. And so I go, "Where's my pills, Mum?" Because it is pills. And I'm like, they're coming. So he doesn't forget ever. He's really much better at taking them than I am. I forget all the time. But it's been really great. And really and I just say to him, it's because it's balancing out everything inside your body, and it's a great education for him too, about holistic wellness and thinking about what he's putting in his body to balance that out. So it's been really great for him too. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Nat. So I'm just going to read, there are a few people that wanted to share their stories online that couldn't make the call tonight. So I'm just going to read some of these out. So Tiffany says, "LLV has changed my life. I used to be a sloth, not in terms of lazy, just unable to keep up with life and 2 young boys with a husband who worked away from home regularly. I used to miss out on so much. People would ask me to do things or come along to events, and my first thought would be, oh no, I can't possibly do that. That is during my nap time. And if I don't have a nap, I won't be able to get through the week without a breakdown or banshee act as my kids because I am so tired. I now function without becoming a banshee, without the need to have a nap. I would never consider not taking LLV, and also having spent the last 3 nights in hospital with my dad who had pneumonia with lots of little germs flying about. I don't feel in the least little bit like I might come down with it. So many benefits. That's an awesome one. And then Kelly said, as an industrial firefighter and paramedic, I'm often putting my body and mind on the line. I need to work at levels beyond what my body wants to and need to push my mind well beyond what it's capable of. I am also a mum of young children and a business owner. All of this combined left me depleted of energy. My health was so poor and I was completely and utterly exhausted. Fast forward 6 months of LLV, we have personally experienced extreme levels of stress in our personal life, and while this added on top of my work, my family and my business, I should be dead or at least pretty close to it, but it's quite the opposite. My skin is the best it's ever been. My hair resembles a Pantene advert. My digestive system is regular, predictable, and happy. My mind is in such a good place and I'm sleeping soundly. The biggest improvement has been in my ability to perform at an intensity level far higher than I ever did. I am easily able to undertake the physical requirements of my job, despite my fitness and weight not being ideal. I am alert, focused, and able to perform for sustained periods of time under significant stress. I strongly believe LLV enables me to work, rest, and play. Natalie says, I've only been using LLV for just over 2 weeks, along with Terrazyme and the probiotics. I've always been fit, healthy, and really busy with 4 young kids, but I've noticed a huge difference in my energy levels, and particularly with how clear my thinking has been. I feel like I've had baby brain for the last 15 years, and I'm so happy with the difference since using LLV. I've also stopped craving as much sugar and have dropped a couple of kilos. I can't wait to see how LLV continues to change things in my mind and body over the coming weeks and months. So there's some pretty cool little testimonials right there. Yeah, again, for me, I think what we all really need to do is make that solid commitment to consistency in our life and valuing ourselves enough to just take the damn supplements every morning, every night, and get it done. That's something that I definitely need to do for myself, and stop sabotaging and, you know, stop making excuses. They are available in Australia as of April 3rd. So I've started taking them again already since convention. I was like, Jessie, like seriously sort your life out, after hearing Rob Young and others speak about it again. So I am taking them again, and I have had the headaches and a bit of lethargy the last few days, but I'm just, yeah, going back down to 1 morning and night, getting through that hump, because I know once I do, the benefits are just massive, massive, massive. So I will pop in more in the link about more information about lifelong vitality. It's the cellular complex, the essential fatty acids, and basically a multivitamin. It's all food stuff. It's all, none of it's GMOs, Michelle Ragg mentioned. None of it's synthetic. It's all whole food, pure, incredible therapeutic value supplements at an incredible price. $115 for those 3 bottles is just beyond comprehension when you think about the value and how these support your health and wellness. Unfortunately, the soil in Australia is particularly depleted in vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So even if you are eating a really healthy, balanced diet, and lots of us are trying to do that, unfortunately, deficiencies are more and more common as the soil becomes more and more depleted. So I think it is really important to not use the supplements as a replacement for, you know, your good foods, your healthy fats, protein, greens, vegetables, and fruits, but to include it as part of your overall wellness spectrum. So using the oils to support you, using your LLV, doing movement, like a couple of us mentioned, or doing Pilates, you know, doing your meditation or tapping or prayer or whatever supports you in that way. All of these things combine to support us overall in our wellness journey, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys all so much for jumping on this Zoom tonight and sharing your testimonials and stories. Really appreciate having your input and hearing more about how it's been a support to you. I'm gonna hit stop record now, and then I will pop this up on YouTube so that you can all use it to share. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.